chapter number 9, data handling of standard 6 maths NCERT. Now what is data handling? First of all we will see the data. The meaning of data, it is a collection of numbers gathered to give some information. Whatever the information we collect, it will be collected in the form of data. Or we survey we do, that is also one data. Any information we take, that will be in the form of data or information. Now handling. Handling means to record the data, to analyze the data, or to organize the data. Now let us see how we can do it. We will first topic we will cover is recording the data. Now let us take some of the students. Rishi, Neha, Janvi, Atul. Okay, we will see some of the students, their choice of the fruits. We will see what choices they prefer. So Rishi prefers banana, Neha prefers apple, Janvi prefers chiku, and Atul prefers mango. So we have seen the name of the different students and we have taken the collection of the choices of fruits. So different fruits we have taken, that is Rishi likes banana, Neha likes apple, Janvi likes chiku, and Atul likes mango. So this way we are recording to the data of the different students. So this is called recording to the data. Next topic will be organizing data. Now let us see organizing data. Organizing data can be arranged in two ways. First of all, we will do the simple data, how to organize it. We have taken Rishi, choice of the different fruits we will take. So different fruits, chiku, apple, mango, and banana. We have taken different choice of different students. So suppose chiku is preferred by 3 students, apple is preferred by 6 students, mango it is preferred by 10 students, and banana it is preferred by 5 students. So this can be arranged by organizing the data. Another method of organizing the data, it is in tabular form. So we will arrange this data in the tabular form. So first of all we will write down the choices, that is name of the fruits. Then we will write down tally marks and numbers. Now first fruit is chiku. So tally marks. Now tally marks are the vertical line represented. Here it is 3. So we will mark 3. 1, 2, 3. So total number will be 3. Then the next one is apple. Apple, it is choice is 6. Number of students preferred is 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and when we are doing 5, we have to put a cross. So this will become 5 and again 6. So 5 plus 1 will be 6. Then mango total is 10. So again vertical lines 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. After 4 you have to put a cross. So this will be represented as a 5. You have to make a group of 5. So 5 plus 5 will become 10. And the last one is banana. Banana is preferred by 5 students. So again 1, 2, 3, 4. After 4 when you do the 5 marking, it will be a cross on this 4 vertical lines. So 5. This way we can organize the data in the tabular form. Now our next topic is pictograph. Now meaning of pictograph is it represents the data through the pictures of the objects. So this is also one type of data. Through the pictures only we can directly take the information. We can directly collect the information of a given particular number or any data. Now let us see what is pictograph. Pictograph means we have to draw the pictures. Now suppose I am drawing one symbol. One picture represent 10 students. Now let us take one example. We are taking different colors. For example, blue, green, red and orange. These are the different colors. Different colors are liked by different students. So one picture will represent 10 students. Suppose blue color, it is represented by 30 students. I will draw a symbol of a person. Picture 310. 1, 2 and 3. So 1 represents 10 students, 10, 20, 30. So it is represented as 30 students. Suppose green color, it is preferred by only 20 students. So I will draw a symbol of a picture 1 and 2. So 1, 2, that is it will become 20 students. Now let us take red. Red is represented by, let us take 50 students. So we will make 5 symbols. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So this is represented as 50. Now orange, it is represented by 40 students. We will draw a symbol of orange. 40. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So it is 40 students. Now if one symbol is 10 students, suppose I want to draw 5 students. So I will draw this symbol in the form of half. So this way it can be represented as 5 students. So this was in the form of pictograph. Now let us see bar graph. We have seen how to use the data in the telemarks form. We have seen how to do the data in pictograph form. Now we will see collection of the data in the form of graph. Okay. Now let us take one of the students who are scoring different marks in different subjects. Suppose Atul. He is scoring different marks in different subjects. For example, let us take English 50, Maths 60, Science 40, Social 70, Gujarati 50. Now we will draw this in the form of graph. So first of all, we will draw two lines. One will be horizontal and one will be vertical. This is called horizontal line. So this is represented as x-axis, and this is the vertical line which is represented as y-axis. Now we will plot the numbers over here. We will take the scale as 1 unit will be 10 marks. So let us take 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 and this will be your 100. Here we can write down marks. Here we will write down the different subjects which is scored by Atul. So here English, Maths, Science, Social and Gujarati. Now we will plot the bar graph. It should be uniform. The width unit should be uniform. Now English, he has scored 50 marks. So here is 50. We will draw a bar of 50 marks with the uniform width. Now Maths, it is 60. Here here is 60. So we will plot 60 on maths. Then science, it is 40. Here is 40. Then we will take social, that is 70. Here is 70. And Gujarati, it is 50. So we will plot 50 over here. So this way we can make a graph of a different subjects of a particular boy, that is Atul. So this way we have seen all the concepts of data handling. First we have seen the tally marks, then we have seen the pictograph, and third one is your graph. Now let us see exercise 9.1. We have already seen all the concepts of data handling. Now according to that concept we will solve the exercise. The first one is question number 1. In a mathematics test, the following marks were obtained by 40 students. Arrange these marks in a table using tally marks. So in the textbook, different marks are given. So we have to arrange this in the form of tally marks. So first of all, we will write down the marks. Then the tally marks. Now the next will be the numbers. Of students. Now let us see. We can see the minimum marks which is given is 1 and the maximum marks which is given is 9. So first we will write down the marks 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Now in 1 marks are given by 2 students. So tally marks 1, 2. So number of students is 2. Then let us see how many students are obtaining 2 marks. So 3 students are obtaining 3 marks. So we will draw 3 lines. 1, 2, 3. So number of students is 3. Now let us see 3 marks. 3 marks are obtained by 3 students. So 1, 2, 3. So number of students 3. Now 4 marks. 4 marks are obtained by 7 students. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and for fifth one we will put across 6 and 7. Then 5 marks. It is obtained by 6 students. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So 6 students obtained 5 marks. Now let us take how many marks are obtained by the next one, that is 7 students obtained 6 marks. So again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here will be 7 students obtained 6 marks. Now let us see 7 marks. 7 marks are obtained by 5 students. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We will write down 5 over here. Now let us see 8 marks. 8 marks are obtained by only 4 students. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We will write down 4 over here. And 9 marks are obtained by only 3 students. So 1, 2, 3. Here we will write down 3. So where we had drawn the tally marks. Now the first question is A. Find how many students obtain marks equal to or more than 7. So it is here is more than 7. How many students are obtained more than equal or more than 7? So number of students are 5 plus 4 plus 3. So 5 plus 4 plus 3, that is total 12 students obtained equal to 7 or more than 7 marks. Now the B question. How many students obtain marks below 4? Now below 4 means that is 3, 2 and 1 mark. So number of students over here are 2 plus 3 plus 3. marks. So this was about question number 1. Rest of the sums you can use the same logic and draw the penny marks. Let us see exercise 9.2. The first question is total number of animals in 5 villages are as follows. Village A, that is 80 students. Village B, that is 120 students. Village C is equal to 90 students. Village D is 40 students. Village E is 60 students. Prepare a pictogram of these animals using one symbol to represent 10 animals. Now let us draw this. Now A village has 80. Village B has 120. C has 90. D has 40. And E has 60. Now it is being told that one symbol will represent 10 animals. So you need to divide all these numbers by 10. So A will become 8. 80 divided by 10, it will become 8. B 120 divided by 10, so the ratio will be 12. C 90 upon 10, it will become 9. D 40 upon 10, that is 4. And village E, that is 60 upon 10, it will become 6. Now we will draw these symbols over here. Now first of all, name of the villages and number of animals. Village A, that is 8. So we will draw 8 symbols. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Now village B, it has 12. So we will draw 12 symbols. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Village C has 9 symbols. So we will draw 9 symbols. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Village D has 4. So we will draw 4 symbols. 1, 2, 3 and 4. And village E has 6 symbols. So we will draw 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So here we have drawn the pictogram. Now let us see the question A. How many symbols represents animals of village E? So here E has how many animals? 6. So 6 symbols are represented by village E. Now B. Which village has the maximum number of animals? So from the pictograph it is clear that village B has 12 animals. So village B has maximum number of animals. And C. Which village has more animals? Village A or village C? This is village A. Village A has 8 animals and village C has 9 animals. So more animals village C has. So village C has more animals. So this was about question number 1. We can solve question number 2 using the same logic. Now let us see exercise 9.3. A graph is given to you. Let us read out the question first. The bar graph given alongside shows the amount of wheat purchased by the government during the year 1998 and 2002. Here the graph is given, which is given in your textbook. You have to read this graph and write down your observation in which year it was. Now looking at the graph, the first question. So on x-axis the years are given, on y-axis the weights are given in the 1000 ton. The scale is given, that is 1 unit length is equal to 5000 tons. So the scale is of 5000 tons. Now looking at the question first, A. What is the wheat production maximum? You have to find out in which year was the wheat production maximum. So wheat production was maximum. So looking at the graph, the highest ratio which is found in was in the year 2002. So in 2002, the wheat production was maximum, that was 30,000 tons. Let us see B. In which year was the wheat production minimum? So looking at the graph, we can see in the year 1998, the ratio was lower, that is 15,000 tons. So answer is 1998. So the answer is in 1998, the wheat production was minimum. And for A, in 2002, the wheat production was maximum. Now using the same logic, we can solve the different graphs and we can give the answers to the related one. Exercise 9.4. Question number 1. A survey of 120 school students was done to find which activity they prefer to do in their free time. Now here the activities are given and the number of students are given. How many students prefer different activities? Playing, it is preferred by 45 students. Reading storybooks, it is preferred by 30 students. Watching TV, it is preferred by 20 students. Listening to music, it is preferred by 10 students. And painting, it is preferred by 15 students. Draw a bar graph to illustrate the above data taking the scale of 1 unit length is equal to 5 students. So here the scale is already given. 1 unit length will be equal to 5 students. Okay, now let us draw the graph first. So first of all we will draw a horizontal and vertical line, that is x-axis and y-axis. On x-axis we will write down the activities. And here we will write down the number of students. Scale 1 unit length is equal to 5 students. Now let us write down the activities. The first activity is playing. Second activity is reading books. The third activity is watching TV. Fourth activity is listening to music. And the last activity, that is painting. Now let us see the number of students. We will write it on the y-axis. We have to take the scale. 5 students. 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55 and 60. Now the first one is playing, that is 45. So the width should be uniform. Playing is 45. The reading storybooks, that is 30. Here is 30. Then the third activity is watching TV, that is 20. There is 20. Fourth is listening to music, that is students other than they. So this was about question number 1. Using the same logic, you can draw different graphs of the same exercise. So I hope that you have understood all the concepts of data handling